Did you know that your thoughts have the power to alter your reality, affecting not only your mood, but also every cell in your body? Studies show that thoughts are not mere electrical impulses in the brain. In reality, they generate chemical reactions that shape our biology and condition us to feel a certain way. Negative thoughts, for example, can trigger an increase in levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which directly impacts our health and well-being. But here's the good news. We can also learn to reprogram our minds and transform those thoughts into positive energy. In this video, you will not only understand the process behind these mental and physical changes, but I will teach you how to take control of your mind to live more consciously and fully. Today we explore from a scientific perspective how the mind works, and you will learn simple but powerful practices to begin to shape your thoughts in favor of your goals and well-being. Get ready to embark on a journey towards a renewed mindset and experience a profound change in your life. Before you start, subscribe to the channel for more content to help you achieve a powerful and positive mindset. Like it if you are ready to understand and overcome negative thoughts, and comment transformation to join this growth community. The nature of mind. The mind is a constant flow of thoughts and emotions that interact with the brain, forming a network of neural connections that create our life experience. According to neuroscience studies, our brain is not a fixed structure, it is highly plastic, meaning it can change and adapt. This neuroplasticity is what allows us to redirect our responses to negative thoughts, transforming them into opportunities for growth. Imagine that your thoughts are like water in a river that runs through your neural channels. Every thought, every emotion, strengthens certain circuits and connections in your brain, creating patterns that, over time, shape who you are and how you feel. The thoughts we repeat become mental habits, and these habits can establish themselves as our automatic responses to life. This is where the power of conscious observation comes in. If you learn to observe your thoughts without judging them, you begin to identify those patterns that do not serve your well-being. Understanding that thoughts are fluid and that you don't need to hold on to them is a first step towards a free and flexible mind. By observing those thoughts like one observing a river, you realize that you have the freedom to choose which ones to cultivate and which ones to pass by, just as you can choose which neural pathways you want to strengthen. Mindfulness and the scientific observation of the mind. Studies in neuroscience have shown that the practice of mindfulness has the power to restructure the brain, altering its chemistry and physiology in a positive way. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts from a safe distance, as if you were watching the waves of an ocean. Some thoughts are like little waves, others, like enormous waves. But they all have something in common. They are temporary, and if you observe them without judging, you can let them flow without them affecting you. When you train your mind to focus on the present, you are developing a skill known as metacognition, which allows you to recognize and regulate your own thoughts and emotions. This decreases activity in the amygdala, a region of the brain that responds to fear and anxiety, and strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with self-control, decision-making, and calmness. Practical exercise. I invite you to now close your eyes and focus on your breathing, feeling how the air enters and leaves your body. With each inhale and exhale, imagine that you are releasing built-up tension, letting your parasympathetic nervous system activate that natural calm and recovery response. Detachment and non-identification with thoughts. One of the most fascinating discoveries in neuroscience is that we are not our thoughts. These are just products of our minds, neural projections that sometimes reflect past experiences or future fears. Recurring negative thoughts are not absolute truths. They are patterns, neural routes that we have strengthened without realizing it over time. For example, when you think I'm not good enough or I always fail, your brain activates these patterns, reinforcing them with each repetition. But here's the interesting thing: these thoughts don't have to define you. You can observe them as one observes a river and consciously decide not to cling to them. Inspiring story. An fMRI study revealed that when a person changes their perspective on a negative thought, their brain literally transforms. Areas associated with emotional distress and anxiety decrease their activity, and areas associated with resilience and well-being become active. It is a clear example of how our conscious decisions impact our neural connections. This means that by not accepting a negative thought, you are rewiring your brain. You change your perception, you create a new reality, one in which you decide which thoughts deserve your attention and which can flow without affecting your peace. Strengthen the mind with daily meditation. Meditation has been validated by science as a powerful method for creating a stable and focused mind. Imagine that each meditation session is like a workout for your brain, where every minute you spend in this practice strengthens your ability to stay present and balanced. Studies in neuroscience have shown that meditation not only reduces stress, but also increases gray matter in the brain, especially in the prefrontal cortex, which is critical for decision-making, emotional regulation, and self-control. This means that, over time, daily meditation practice makes you less vulnerable to falling into negative thought patterns and gives you tools to respond calmly and thoughtfully to difficult situations. Guided instruction. I invite you to visualize a calm lake, with water so clear and calm that you can see to the bottom. This image represents a mind at peace, free of turbulence and distractions. Close your eyes and as you inhale, feel the waves dissipate, leaving the water calm. As you exhale, imagine any tension or worry dissolving, allowing clarity and peace to expand in your mind. Through this visualization and breathing practice, high-frequency brainwaves, associated with stress and anxiety, begin to reduce. Instead, your brain begins to generate low-frequency waves, which promote a state of calm and focus. Thus, daily meditation not only helps you find peace in the present moment, but also prepares you to face life's challenges with greater resilience and mental clarity. Practical tips to master the mind in daily life. Now that you better understand the nature of your mind, it's time to bring this wisdom into your daily life. Here are some practical tips based on scientific studies to apply what you have learned and strengthen your mental resilience in the face of challenges. Breathe consciously. In times of stress, practicing conscious breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for calm and recovery. By inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly, you reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol, allowing your mind and body to return to a state of balance. Do one thing at a time. Multitasking disperses your attention and increases stress, while doing one thing at a time helps your brain focus and reduces mental fatigue. Studies show that those who practice single-tasking show better levels of productivity and personal satisfaction. Find moments of silence. Silence is essential for neurogenesis, or the creation of new neurons, especially in the hippocampus, the area associated with memory. Taking a few minutes daily to disconnect from external stimuli improves your learning capacity and increases your mental clarity. Gratitude practice. Practicing gratitude activates areas of the brain associated with the reward hormone dopamine, which helps your brain seek out the positive, improving your overall well-being and promoting an optimistic mindset. Handle criticism smartly. Visualize each negative comment as a physical object. You decide whether to accept it or let it go. Research shows that those who handle criticism constructively maintain a greater sense of peace and internal control, reinforcing their emotional well-being. Conclusion. Mastering your mind does not mean that you stop having thoughts or emotions. It is rather a learning process to manage them with wisdom and serenity. Thoughts, both positive and negative, are part of the human experience and are always present. But true peace comes from our ability to observe them and consciously decide what to do with them. It is not about eliminating stress or anxiety from our lives, but rather about developing the inner strength that allows us to stay focused, no matter the circumstances. Remember, peace is not the absence of problems, but the ability to remain calm and clear in the midst of any challenge. The key is to practice daily, to dedicate a few minutes each day to strengthening the mind and training it to be more flexible, more resistant, and more aware of the thoughts it feeds. If this video helps you better understand your mind and find tools to improve your well-being, I invite you to subscribe to the channel to receive more content that will help you achieve a powerful and positive mindset. Give it a like and share it with someone who is looking to transform their life through knowledge and science. Thank you for being part of this personal growth community. See you in the next video, where we will continue exploring together how to reprogram your mind to live fully.